Hope you're having a great weekend. So, all of you already know me, but for those of you who are joining today, I'm Prakriti Prasad, mother of two super loving kids, wife to an amazing human being, a journalist turned columnist, and now a parenting coach, author, and a wellness mentor. I work with parents of teenagers to help them connect with their children so that they can understand them better, resolve their conflicts, and improve the overall happiness quotient of the family. Every Saturday, I take up issues concerning children and improving the relationship. How do we improve the relationship between parents and children? And you know something, this for the last and some time back, a journalist friend interviewed me on this topic of toxic parenting, which set me thinking, and that off late one is increasingly hearing a lot about this issue, this topic of toxic parenting. And I thought that we should do a session on what is toxic parenting. And as a parenting coach and as a mother of uh, who's been observing people around, my friends and other children around, it pains me to accept that yes, toxic parenting is a reality. Whether it's intentional or unintentional, it is a thorough reality of today. And I wouldn't say just of today. I mean, we can put a finger to it and we're giving it a name, but I think it has existed since, I mean, all the time, I would say. So today we're going to discuss and talk about toxic parenting, and I have on board a dear friend of mine, Punita Lakhani. She's modern Mirabai. She's a divorce recovery coach and a coach for toxic relationships. Who better than Punita Lakhani, modern Mirabai, to discuss and give her thoughts and insights on this topic of toxic parenting. So, parents, but I think being a mother, I would say that most parents, 75% of parents, are not intentionally toxic. It happens sometimes. We'll come to that. But first of all, what is toxic parenting? We'll get to that. And let me just get Punita Lakhani on board. Punita, are you there on the house? Can we have you? So,
Hi everyone, I hope you
Punita
can hear
Lakhani, for
me.
all of you guys, here she is. Welcome,
Namaskar.
Punita, on P3 Live. It's great to have you here. So
Thank
tell
you
me
so
a little
much.
about yourself, Punita. What is modern Mirabai up to, and what is divorce recovery coach? If you could just throw some light on that.
Absolutely. No surprises here, and I'll not hold anything back today. That's the promise I make, heartfelt promise. Um, I have gone through a very nasty divorce, and I've been going through some toxic parenting myself. And that is what has hurt me the most. That is where it pains the most. This is what has brought to light modern Mirabai, India's first divorce recovery coach. Through this modern Mirabai, I propose to help all the people who are going through their divorce and separation, to help them restart their life courageously and to reclaim their respect and happiness back through three
Brilliant.
things.
More power to you.
Thank you so much. And a major portion of this comes from the toxicity which the relationships bear, opening the agenda to a larger audience for that matter. Toxicity does not necessarily restrict itself to a husband and a wife, but it expands itself to even your office domains, a manager and the peer. It also expands itself to other family members, parents and co-parenting that you would do. So there is a much larger domain to discussing this toxic relationships, irrespective of what the relationship is. And I believe that's what we are discussing here today. So,
Yes.
so I'm
So
so glad
toxic.
to be here.
Same here. And so toxic relationship, toxic parenting is something like I said, that it maybe even if it's not intentional, but here we're talking about the impact of this toxicity, and impact is more important than the intention. And what is toxic parenting? If we come to that, I think where a parent breaks the spirit of the child, and the child becomes fearful, is doubting his or her self-worth, and is, I mean, grows up to be always second guessing their decisions. I think that is extremely harmful, and whether intentional or unintentional, it has to be pinpointed, and it has to come to a stop, I think. What do you say? What do you feel about it?
You've actually summarized it well, and I'll add my 2 bits to it. And let me ask a few questions, right? And I'm addressing it to the audience. I'll throw a few questions at you, and you may want to check for yourself if there is toxicity in your house with your parents or with the children in the house. Let me throw some questions at you. Think about your childhood and answer these questions. Did my parents emotionally abuse me? Did they tell me I am worthless or plain bad? Second question, did they physically abuse me under the guise of discipline? Was I forced to take care of my parents at a young age? Was I scared of my parents and their actions? Did they make me keep secrets from family and friends about things they did not want me to reveal? It could be physical, verbal, or sexual abuse. As an adult, now that you have grown up, you may want to ask these questions to yourself. Do my parents treat me like still I'm a child? Do they guilt me for what they want? Do they make me feel ashamed? Do they manipulate me to what they want? Do they threat me for giving or withholding money? Do I feel ill or have an overwhelming feeling, physical or emotional, after seeing my parents? Do I feel like I will never live up to my parents' expectations? If you have said yes to any of these questions I have just thrown at you, then you probably may be in a toxic parental relationship. Let it sink in. Please go ahead.
So I think, I mean, it's a little scary set of questions that you've asked, and I'm sure some of parents here would, or children would, I mean, invariably put a tick mark to at least one of these. So, I mean, it's common tendency for parents to, I mean, cajole or, get children, the intention is to get them into action so that you cannot do anything, you're worthless. These kind of comments seemingly harmless for parents कि भाई मेरा intention तो बच्चे को लगाना है काम करना है deliver करना है, but the deep seated impact that it has on the child is something which a parent doesn't realize. So, and this is why, and what is the role of a parent? Parent is a nurturer. Parent is someone who gives that sense of confidence, that love and unconditional love to the child. But here, unwittingly, or wittingly or unwittingly, a parent becomes, breaks the spirit of the child. And this is where the damage begins. I think, right, Punita? You the coach here, the toxic relationship coach. So you throw some more light. I'm talking from the parents' point of view, and that is why I keep telling my mentee parents to just stop. Just don't go overboard in disciplining your children. We all want our children to be well turned out. So उनको discipline करने में कहीं ना कहीं ज्यादा तो नहीं जा रहे हैं. मतलब ठीक है, हमारे बच्चे सब चाहते हैं कि हमारे बच्चे की लाइफ बहुत अच्छी हो, उनका पर्सनालिटी सुपर हो, दे आर वेल, बट hang on, hold your horses when you are correcting or disciplining your child. Over to you, Punita.
Thank you. आपने बहुत अच्छे से बताया, एक्सप्लेन भी किया अपने पेरेंटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. यू आर द पेरेंटिंग कोच हियर, ऑल क्रेडिट्स टू यू. merging it with my toxicity experience that I have gone through. Yes, the list of questions that I gave was long. And invariably, as you said, you will end up saying yes to some of those questions. What does it mean? It just means that there is widespread toxicity. We all have accepted it as normal. And here, this event, this live that we are doing is only to bring forth that something which is right in front of our eyes and yet being ignored is not acceptable a behavior just because everybody is doing it. We take it as normal, but it ends up ruining your child's life. It ends up making them, impacting their personality in aspects where way more than you can imagine. You know, if a child sees this toxicity between the parents and with themselves, you know, they grow up to become personalities which are broken inside, and they seek similar relationships in their lives. आप शायद उसकी जिंदगी में आगे जाके रहे या ना रहे, लेकिन वो वैल्यूज जो आप उसको दे के जा रहे हो, जो सिखा के जा रहे हो, जो छोड़ के जा रहे हो, उसकी जिंदगी में कितना इम्पैक्ट नेगेटिवली करने वाली है उसको शायद पता भी नहीं और आपको भी नहीं पता। आज ये डिस्कशन हम इसलिए कर रहे हैं ताकि हम इसको सरफेस पे ला सके कि आप अपने बिहेवियर के लिए कॉन्शियस हो जाइए, अच्छी वैल्यूज छोड़ के जाइए अपने बच्चों के लिए, ताकि वो आगे जाके आपको थैंक यू बोल सके, चाहे आप यहाँ रहें या ना रहें।
True, very true. So, Punita, like you said in the beginning, that you unfortunately have experienced a certain amount of toxicity in your life. So, how do you say it has impacted your own personality or your own character, and how would you tell or caution other parents to draw a line when talking when disciplining their children? So how has this impacted you, if you could share with us?
I'll be more than glad if my life story can be of inspiration, can be of learning to all the other parents who are watching this. Frankly speaking, this did leave me feeling worthless a lot of times. Every time I tried and tried and tried to live up to their expectations, wondering why is my effort not being appreciated, acknowledged? And each time when you are disregarded, when you are ill-treated, you would end up feeling, maybe I'm not up to the mark. Maybe I still need to improve myself. Maybe there's something wrong with me. That every child wants their parents' acceptance. Let's acknowledge this. We all want to be accepted, loved by our parents. We try to be our best to our parents. It's only when you do not get that in return, it's only, they may be doing it consciously or unconsciously, but the fact is they are doing it, right? And it leaves the child thinking there is something wrong in me. Like you're always below the mark. You're always feeling that you need to step up, you need to step up, you need to step up. And this constant feeling of unworthiness inside you kills you. And
it gnaws your base, no? I mean, it just erodes your base.
Absolutely. And after a while, when you, it's like आप समुंदर में हो और आप बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हो to stay afloat, to be recognized, to be seen, बहुत तैरने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, और उसके बाद भी आप afloat नहीं रह पा रहे हो, तो आप क्या करते हो? आप surrender कर देते हो. Enough is enough. Like you surrender. फिर आप क्या करते हो? डूब जाते हो. And that is where it has a connotation to what I'm trying to say. When you give up trying to live up to people's expectations, there are two things that can happen. One, you start loving yourself more, concentrating yourself on yourself, and take the route, the highway. The other is where you become a rebel and you start hating everybody around you. You just, enough is enough, They also become toxic and start giving it back, to from where they are receiving it. So in either ways, the toxicity of the parent, the toxicity in the relationship does hamper the relationship. It cuts it off, it breaks it. मतलब वो कहते हैं ना, पेड़ को झुकाओ झुकाओ झुकाओ, झुक झुक के एक दिन वो टूट ही जाएगा ना. and it will be a point of no return where you can't join. वो पेड़ वापस कभी खड़ा ही नहीं हो पाएगा. So that is what turns out to be, where you need to understand कि as a parent कि कितना behavior acceptable है. Bad days, good days, हर एक के साथ होते हैं. And let's accept parents are also humans. उनसे भी गलतियां होती हैं, right? उनसे भी हो सकती हैं. They inevitably end up doing things which may be bad for the kids, but the intent is should not be bad. They if they have done something bad, they may want to come back, say sorry, acknowledge their mistake, and say and give the reassurance to the kid, I love you, it happened by mistake. This intent is very important, as you had rightly said. वो पेरेंट्स जो अपनी गलती मानते ही नहीं, वो पेरेंट्स जो अक्नॉलेज ही नहीं करते कि हमने कुछ गलत भी किया है, करते ही चले जाते हैं, पैटर्न एज रिपीटेड, that is where the child feels this is extreme selfishness, what about me? If you're constantly feeling like that, then you may need to sink that in. Acceptance is the first step to recovery, where you need to accept you are in a toxic parental relationship. This is a topic which really needs to be spoken about much more widely in India.
Yeah, thank you so much. Increasingly, I'm realizing that, it's really what a it was to have you here with me to talk about this topic, toxic, where somebody who's gone through it and can verbalize it straight from the heart, and it's coming from you. The kind of analogies that you're giving, Punita, it's giving me goosebumps, believe me. The person swimming in the sea and trying to save himself, those, and the tree which is constantly bent so much that it breaks, because you're speaking from your heart, you experienced it. And so,
True.
Guys, this is what I and all of us, our endeavor is, to tell parents that yes, the intention may be good, but see how dreadful the impact can be on your loved one, on your child, on your bundle of joy who grows up to be such a, troubled human being. So,
True.
yes, being extremely critical is one kind of toxic parenting. I think there's another kind would be where parents don't trust the child's judgment, and don't does not allow the child to take his or her decisions. That is also the kind of toxic parenting, where you constantly, ये तुम्हारे बस की बात नहीं, ये तुमसे नहीं होगा. So, or you don't let your child take even small decisions, and you constantly mollycoddle what you say the child, even when the child is a teen or a young adult. You keep taking the decision. As a result, even when the child goes out into the world as a young adult, the person is totally at sea. So it erodes their personality big time, and it grows up to be a warped personality, because it has been totally eroded by the parent, right? So that is also where the intention is to protect the child, just an overprotective parent. I think helicopter parenting is the initial stage where it goes on to become toxic, when you constantly protect your child and not let the child take his or her own decisions. तो वही जैसे कहते हैं ना, एक when the child, there is this example of a pupa coming out, trying to come out of that the shell, the butterfly, young butterfly coming out, and when somebody, so what it does, it flaps its wings ferociously, and it's trying to come out. And when this person who was seeing the butterfly, the baby butterfly coming out of the pupa, and then it tries to slit the hole, because it's trying to come out of the tiny hole, and when you slit the hole so that the butterfly easily comes out, and then it falls out dead, because all that flapping of the wings is intended to strengthen the wing, and which enables the butterfly to fly, the young butterfly to fly. So similarly, when children are struggling to do things, it's as simple as tying their shoelaces themselves, and say, I'll do it for you. So this goes on to overprotectivity of the parents, that does bigger damage than, I mean, that any parent would actually think of. So once again, we're talking about the impact. What else can you add to the impact on the children's life, Punita?
Right. So very well explained, and the analogy that you gave, Prakriti. I mean, it's beautiful that you explained how a butterfly needs that flapping to strengthen its wings. एक चीज कहना चाहूंगी, एंड आई एम गिविंग, जब हम अपने प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में अगर हम देखें, if I today get promoted to a manager or a senior manager, right, I undergo a training to take up that role. I am given necessary training to take up that role. But for parenting, nobody has ever thought of undergoing a training. कभी किसी ने सोचा ही नहीं कि कुछ रूल्स होते हैं, कुछ तरीके होते हैं जो हमारे सीनियर्स ने हमसे किए, वो हम अपने बच्चों के साथ करने लगते हैं. नेसेसरली नॉट हैविंग एन आइडियल और द राइट, नोइंग द राइट वे ऑफ डूइंग थिंग्स. अ पेरेंटिंग मैनुअल ऐसा कुछ तो हमको दिया नहीं गया, ट्रेन तो हमको किया नहीं गया. तो जो हमने आगे से सीखा वो हमें लगता है सही है, जो हमने देखा अपने परिवार में होते हुए उसको हम रिपीट करने लग जाते हैं. और होता यह है, जैसे आपने कहा, हेलीकॉप्टर पेरेंटिंग, यूर ऑलवेज अराउंड टू प्रोटेक्ट योर चाइल्ड. होता क्या है कि आपका वो कहते हैं ना, योर लव्ड वन, योर लिटिल चाइल्ड नेवर एक्चुअली ग्रोज अप बिकॉज he or she is always dependent upon your inputs to take that decision. उसको आपने इमोशनली डिपेंडेंट बना दिया है कि जब हम हाँ बोलेंगे या जब हम अपना ओपिनियन देंगे उसके हिसाब से आपका ओपिनियन बनेगा. Now look at the larger impact of life. That same child grows up to go into a professional life. They have to take some decisions. They are incapable of taking decisions. They themselves, वो खुद उस सिचुएशन में है, लेकिन डिस्कस वो अपने पेरेंट्स से करते हैं कि मुझे क्या करना चाहिए. वो पेरेंट जो सिचुएशन में है ही नहीं, शायद समझ भी नहीं पा रहे हैं डायनामिक्स क्या है. उसके बाद वो शादी करता है बच्चा, और उस शादी में भी हर चीज उसको अपने माता पिता से पूछनी है. They're bringing in toxicity into their new marriage itself. Obviously your partner will not like if you keep checking everything with your father and mother. Where is your spine? Why are you not strong enough to take your own decisions? If it's a matter related to two people, you and me and my spouse, then why should anybody's parents be given a right to be deciding about the two, right? That is where differences in that person's life also start coming in. Not realizing, the person may not himself or herself realize, constantly checking back with the parents, that helicopter parenting that you initially did and that you made the child so used to it is the very cause it is bringing toxicity in the next generation, which is of life which they have begun. So it's a long drawn impact, and on the life it continues over a period of time. दिस टॉक्सिक पेरेंटिंग, आज तो इसने शादी की है, अपनी स्पाउस लेके आए हैं और उसके साथ अब जो उनका किड होगा सेम उस पर भी चलेगा. तो ये पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी जो लेगेसी हम लोग देते आ रहे हैं, इस लेगेसी को, इट इज नथिंग गुड, देयर इज नथिंग गुड अबाउट इट कि हम उसको अगली पीढ़ी तक ले जाएं और वही करते रहे जो करते आए हैं. तो हाई टाइम कुछ चीजों को गाड़ देना चाहिए, अच्छे के लिए गाड़ देना चाहिए, और bury them so deep that they should not come out. In Jerusalem, we've heard that, the dead come back. We should not, we should not go there. किसी ऐसी जगह करिए where the coming back is very difficult. So let's bury that.
Very true. So another thing that you mentioned about toxic parenting was that if you are physically abusing the child, अब physical abuse में पिटाई भी होती है, but tell me something, we have grown up with एक दो झापड़ पिटाई तो स्पैंकिंग होता था, which was not considered toxic parenting in those days. But abhi, true, you cannot think of raising your hand on your child, and the moment you do, we all know what happens.
Absolutely.
Of course, in India, you don't call child service, but like in the West, when even instantly the child calls up child service. But even I think children have become very particular about the fact that nobody, and parents are also not raising their hands. So tell me, बट फिर भी अगर जो माँ बाप थोड़ी पिटाई कर दे, अगर झापड़ मार दिया, तो वो भी टॉक्सिक पेरेंटिंग में तो आ ही जाता है. हालांकि अभी तो हम लोग स्पेसिफिकली बोलते हैं never raise your do not raise your hand on your children because it is extremely counterproductive. Because
Very true.
you end up feeling I don't know whether it's toxicity or not, but yeah, it is. I can say for sure as a parenting coach, it's counterproductive because you end up feeling tremendously guilty after raising your hand, and b, the child becomes stubborn. And वो बोलते हैं उद्दंड और ज्यादा हो जाते हैं, तो वो नेगेटिव रिएक्शन एट द एंड ऑफ द डे you are only making up and pandering up to the child. So the entire purpose of raising your hand to discipline your child is totally wasted. So that is why for parents who are listening, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's toxic parenting if you cannot hold your hand, but please restrain yourself. Do not raise your hand on your child no matter how much they push your limits, because it is not going to work at all in the long run. You will end up feeling guilty, and you will end up actually trying to make up with the child. So
True.
the purpose is totally wasted.
True.
So
True.
tell me now, let's wrap it up. It's such a topic that we could go on, and we would love to hear from our audiences also, who can share their views and their thoughts and experiences. It would
Right.
be
Right.
wonderful to take questions. Maybe we could have another round of in the next week again. Maybe we could take it up, and depending if you can share your thoughts and queries and questions. Punita, do you think we could take it up again in the
We
next?
can, and let me leave the audiences with an interesting take on it. Last 1 minute to summarize it. I work closely with people who are going through their divorce and separation. And when I was in the court, when I was going through my divorce, my father spoke to the advocate and said, "आजकल divorce बहुत हो रहे हैं," because we were standing in the court. बगल में ही one more father-daughter duo was standing, another one, and my dad inevitably just spoke to the lawyer and said, "आजकल divorce बहुत हो रहे हैं लड़कियों के," and the lawyer reverted back, said, "हमेशा से ही ये अत्याचार तो हमेशा से ही होता था, आज लड़कियां बोलने लग गई हैं. Why am I trying to tell you this? That, and in this context of toxicity, parental toxicity, होता तो हमेशा से आ रहा है, जो आपने कहा पहले से भी होता आ रहा है. आवाज तो आज उठानी हमने शुरू की है, समझना आज शुरू किया है. इस केस में भी हमें कॉन्शियस होना है. बहुत से पेरेंट्स जो आज ये देख रहे हैं, शायद अब्रॉड रह के आए हैं, उनके रिलेटिव्स हैं जो अब्रॉड में रहते हैं, और हमारा बहुत कल्चर का इन्फ्लुएंस है वेस्ट से. वहां पर जो चीजें स्टार्ट होती हैं इनएविटेबली इंडिया में आती हैं, उनके लाइफस्टाइल्स, एक्सपीरियंसेस, और वो सब जो अच्छी चीजें होती हैं, बुरी चीजें होती हैं, बहुत सी चीजें, और ये कॉन्शियसनेस अवेयरनेस भी आज हमारे अंदर आई है, बढ़ती जा रही है, बिकॉज समवेयर people are realizing, even the kids are realizing their rights not to be beaten. They are also human beings, right?
True.
So with that, I leave it open to you. We can definitely continue the conversation.
Yes, we would certainly. And thank you so much, Punita, for your time to take up this topic. And you amazing insights. You shared your
Thank you.
with all of us. So look forward to having you again in the next session. And guys, please share your thoughts on this topic. And hope you have a great weekend. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.